Anyway guys, that's a mentor, the Christian of Nas, Faith, Nasdaq. Okay guys, before continuing, can you please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload again guys. Okay guys, I'll be back with another video guys. This one is actually a weekly market update. So yeah guys, before I continue, make sure to click that link on the description of this video to sign up with the broker that I'll be using. Understand? So yeah, and also for freezing a group, just make sure to click that link on the description of this video to sign up. Actually it's gonna automatically take you to the group. You understand? So, and also for mentorship, and yeah, for mentorship also just make sure you DM me using the numbers on the description of this video. You understand? So yeah guys, again, please comment to the video guys, you understand, and like the video. You understand? So yeah, so let's jump to the chart and see what is happening on actually this week, you understand, on Nasdaq and US30, and also gold. Yeah, it's going to be US30, Nasdaq and gold, you understand? So yeah, let's start with Nasdaq. So I hope everyone can see this one. So this is Nasdaq. So yeah, I have to do this. Yeah, okay, there from there, the first thing that we need to do, we need to identify our highest point, then come for our current lowest point here, you understand? Then from there, what is happening is that we need to identify our structure, and remember, to identify our structure we need to use a trend line, you understand? So this is our trend line here with the touches, and this one here, it's our trend line again, it's our diagonal resistance. I feel like it has to be like this from that certain point for it to be proper, you understand, like this, you understand? Then from there we need to identify places when the market touches, the market reverses, you understand? Places when the market touches, the market reverses, of which we call them zones, you understand? Where the market have been rejecting or reversing, that's where you put this horizontal ray line, you understand? Yeah, then from there, yes, we're still identifying those zones. Remember, zones that you actually identify on the bigger time frame, they get to be stronger, you understand? Meaning when you switch to those smaller time frames, once the market touches that certain zone, the market will definitely reverse. That's how we treat zones, because sometimes you might find out there's you can identify zones but you don't know how to use zones, you understand? So you need to use zones like that, you understand? So this one with time frame, those zones are very strong, you understand? So from there we move to 1 day time frame. Then on our 1 day time frame, we need to identify our trend, actually, you understand? Our trend, on our previous trend we have a downtrend, remember here? So what is happening on this previous trend is that we lack the 90% rule. Actually, we lack the 90%. So the 90% is actually here. The market, as you can see, that the market has given us a breakout and a retest. And if you can check our previous videos, you'll definitely see that I told you guys that the market will definitely push to the top. You understand? So what is happening here, the market has to at least reach to this point. You understand? This is our 90% level. You understand? The market has 90% chances of it reaching to this point. That is why we call it the 90%. You understand? So, but now we understand that the market is actually pushing up, respecting this trend line here. Let me put it. You understand? You see this trend line here. The market has been pushing up, respecting this trend line. So we need to identify that trend line. You understand? So this is it. This is that trend line. You understand? So, of which now we need to actually take our entries from inside these trend lines, understand? So what is happening is that we still need to identify those zones, because we understand that, okay, this is a 1 day time frame. This zone, it's still a bigger time frame, that these zones are get to be like respected, you understand? So this is zone here, because remember here you can see that once the market touches that certain point, the market tends to reverse, you understand? Check here. So it tells us that this is a strong zone, this is a strong point here, you understand? So looking at the current market price, the market is actually above the certain zone, the certain point, the certain zone, or the certain point. You see this point here, this one here. The market is actually above that certain point, and now we get to understand that the chances of us pushing to the top are too high, because the market can just come here to retest at the certain zone and start pushing to the top. You understand? So I feel like on Nasdaq we're looking for more buying opportunities than selling opportunities. But as you guys can see, yes, definitely we have a gap that the market needs to fill. But what is happening, remember, we trade what we see, not what we think the market can do. But I feel like here the market will definitely push to the top, actually complete this 90% in order for it to actually come back to break, and that's when we're gonna be doing that's when we're gonna be coming to fill this gap. So currently we get to understand that the market is actually above. So how the market has been moving based on the structure on this 4-hour time frame is that the market, since the market was, let me show you, the market was here, came here, actually when they came here, when like it was respecting this trend line. So the chances of it start pushing to the top are too high, you understand? So guys, this is how it has been moving. So we cannot just come here and try to reverse it. So on this one, definitely looking for more buying opportunities than selling opportunities, you understand? So what is happening here is that at the specific point here, that's when our buying opportunities are gonna be at, understand? Because now we tend to understand that, okay, what is happening again is that I feel like we can just identify again a CMD strategy here, because what is happening is that the market is consolidated and on this area, and this could be type of a manipulation area here. See this point here, this could be your manipulation area here, you understand? And that one could be our distribution area, you understand? So this could be our distribution area. You remember the CMD strategy. So if you're not in our course on those ones, I don't think you'll definitely master them if you're not in our course. So yeah, that's how we do this. So this is a CMD again on Nasdaq, because of the market again has consolidated and manipulated on this point, you understand? And now it's actually distributing from that point. So this is a breakout and zone retest here, so it has to push to the top, at least if you can aim this point here, you understand? So this is my setup on Nasdaq. So let's jump to USDT. Oh, where's my USDT? I think I removed it by mistake. Let's take this one for Blackpool. Yeah, that's the one that I was using. Okay, yeah, you can see, if you can check our previous videos, guys, you'll definitely see that here I told you guys that the market will definitely push to the top. So that's where the market is currently. So I'm just remove everything and reanalyze it to see what is the behaving this week, you understand? So yeah, so what is happening is that we have a highest point here. Let me try to be fast. I don't like long videos. So this is our current lowest point, and this is our structure. Remember the structure we use for structure we use a trend line, you understand, in overall, so that we'll definitely see the movement that's going to be happening in future, you understand? So what is happening from there, we need to catch places when the market touches the market reverses, of which we call them zones, you understand? So those are the points. Those are the points actually. So those places when the market touches the market reverses, you understand? So let's zoom in and see them perfectly. So I feel like this one has to be here because of this point, you understand? And let's try again this one here, you understand? And from there, let's switch to 1-day time frame. Okay, this is our 1-day time frame. So on our 1-day time frame, remember again, if you can check on this one, the previous trend, we had downtrend that the market has actually completed 90%, which is here. You understand? So this downtrend, you get to understand that the market is giving us a breakout and a retest here. You understand? So the market has to again, same as Nasdaq. So the market has to at least reach to this point. You understand? But we understand that again here we have a gap. You understand? We have a gap that the market needs to fill. But remember, we treat what we see, not what we think the market can do. The market can decide to actually not to fill that gap now. You understand? But in future, the market will definitely come back and fill that gap. You understand? So let's identify this zone perfectly so that we'll definitely see what is happening on this zone. And because the market is near that current zone, you understand? So yeah, so let's identify this one again also, because those ones are strong zones, man. You understand? Let's switch to 4-hour time frame. So this is 4-hour time frame. So on our 4-hour time frame, what is happening is that we need to do what we need to identify this zone. I mean, this trend here that the market actually respected the trend line when it pushes to the top. You understand? So these trend lines are very important to us, because we understand that when the market pushes to the top, the market has been respecting these trend lines. You understand? So let me just put it there. You understand? So again, yeah, we get to understand that this zone, it's a very strong zone. You understand? So it's a very strong zone, this point. So we need to respect it perfectly. So you understand? It's a very strong zone. Looking at the past, when the market touches the certain zone, the market has been reversing. You understand? So let's switch to 1 hour. So on this one again, I feel like the market is coming here to retest on the zone, because now it has given us a breakout. Remember here it failed to pass and reversed. You understand? Failed to pass, reverse. So now remember, we can now apply the breakout and retest strategy that okay, now the market given us a breakout is coming here to retest in order for it to push to the top. You understand? Even also on Nasdaq, I mean on US30, guys, we're waiting for the market to come to this point and take our buying opportunities to push the market to the top. You understand? So yes, we understand again, guys, we have a gap. So this gap is going to be filled when the market actually come back below. If it comes back below and retest, that's when we're gonna say the market is coming to fill this gap. But currently the market is actually above that certain zone. So that's how it is, man. We cannot just think of the market will definitely come and fill the gap now. We need to see it creating those, actually telling us that now we are going to fill that gap. You understand? That's when you're gonna milk it proper. You understand? So even here, what I see the market coming to retest on the strong zone and push to the top. You understand? So yeah, this is it for me on US30 again. You understand? So you can see also based on the structure how the market has been pushing to the top. The market has been actually respecting this trend line. The market was here, it went there, came here, actually played out. You understand? And when they came here, play out, you understand, it has to go there in order for it to actually understand. That's how it is, man. So yeah, let's switch to last one, which is German 30. You understand? So German 30, let's check German. Yeah, you can see on the US30 waiting for it to reach this point in order for us to push with it to the top. You understand? So let's check gold. Sorry, I decided to add gold. So yeah, gold also respected. If you can check our previous videos or previous live, you'll definitely see that I told you guys that the market will definitely do what? Reach to this point. You can see the market completed and reached to this point, and this, you understand, this is the skill. This is something you can take away from me. You understand? So guys, before I continue, make sure to again, guys, we're using 325. This is the broker that we're using. Just make sure to click that link on the description of this video to sign up with the best 3245. This is the broker that we're using to trade. You understand? Currently, I recommend that broker because I understand that broker has so many features that will help you actually succeed. You understand? So yeah, and also for mentorship, just make sure to DM me using the numbers on the on the description of this video, you understand? So yeah, free signal group, the link is on the description of this video. So let's continue. So this is 1 week time frame. So on our 1 week time frame, we're just gonna identify this highest point here. I told you guys that gold is becoming nice these days because we understand that it's actually respecting all our setups, you understand, of which now we are actually milking, you understand. So yeah, again guys, I forgot to actually remind you guys, next from 25 to 31st we're going to have a bootcamp, appreciation bootcamp for people that actually subscribe to our services, you understand. So people that subscribed to, for you to actually enter to the bootcamp that's going to be happening from the 25th to 31st of May, you need to be subscribed to all our services, you understand. So yeah, that's how it is, man. So that one, it's a appreciation bootcamp, you understand. So many things are gonna be taught on the bootcamp, and it's going to be hosted through Zoom session, you understand. So yeah, remember here we are actually plotting our zones. So here it's a zone again, here also it's a zone. So yeah, from there let's just identify this point, because we understand that the market have been pushing up respecting this type of a trend line, you understand. So it needs to be respected, it needs to be identified perfectly, you understand. So let's move to 1 day time frame, you understand. So yeah, so what is happening here is that just need to adjust there and there to see what is happening. So here I feel like there's a zone here, there's a zone, remember the zone. So from there what is happening is that it's actually again a zone. So from there we need to move to 4 hour to see what is happening on 4 hour time frame. So on 4 hour time frame, what is happening is that here I feel like we have a gap that the market is actually trying to approach it, because now it's pushing to the top, up and down, you understand. So the chances of it start respecting that kind of actually feeling this kind of a gap, they are very high. So for now, let's identify this point, because the market actually on this previous trend, the market respected this trend line. Yeah, so I feel like it's that way. So let's again yeah. So from there, what is happening is that we have a zone, remember here. So this is a zone that the market has to respect, because it's a strong zone again, you understand. So what is happening here is that here I feel like we have some type of a let's identify proper, some type of a support, and this could be a strong support, because we understand that again when the market touches this certain strong support, the market tends to give us the bigger movements or tend to reverse, you understand. So what is happening here again is that we have a trend line that needs to be identified properly here, you understand. So we'll switch to 1 hour. Okay, what is happening is that I feel like this trend line to be properly, but I feel like it's okay on that point. Okay, let me just put it like based on the touches of this point, but I feel like it's more like far. So okay, what's happening, let me just remove it and focus on what, on this type of a zone point, because what is happening is that here this is a strong support, because now the market is actually above this certain point. So this could definitely give us the bigger movement. So for now on gold, I'm gonna be looking for more buying opportunities than selling opportunities, at least if I can actually reach this point here. That one will be my target, you understand, because I understand that okay, the market actually needs to fill this gap, you understand, because now it's actually telling us that it's facing it's facing towards our to fill that gap, because reason being is because the market is above the certain zones, you understand, the certain strong zones, and it could definitely give us the bigger movements to push the market to the top, you understand. So yeah, man, on gold I'm gonna be looking for more buying opportunities than selling opportunities, you understand. So yeah, that's it, man. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning this video. Please make sure to subscribe. Remember, you're on the road to 300 subscribers. Just make sure to like the video, comment if you wanna comment, and share the channel, you understand, so that and also, guys, when you subscribe, make sure to turn on the notification bell so that you'll get notified once you drop again, you understand. So that's how is it, man. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video, guys. I'm your mentor, the Christian of Faith, Nasdaq. I'm signing out. Thank you.